she unfortunately could not be here tonight, but this is her saying this, so not me. I am so disappointed that I am unable to make it tonight, as this is one of my favorite days of the year. I am even more sad that you all have to hear Max or Chris read this letter. Everyone present and many that aren't here have done so much to make involvement on campus vibrant and exciting. A specific group that I am ready to recognize is your Student Senate. This is a passionate group of individuals that have given tremendous amounts of time and energy into bettering the student experience. Some highlights of this semester include coming in second place in Get Out the Vote registrations in the fall. I am still protesting for a recount. Coming in first place for the Pledge to Caucus Drive in the spring. Achieving Star Campus for the 4th year in a row through Lead MN, that's statewide student association. Planning, learning, and quite honestly surviving a retreat at a location not to be mentioned. Advocating for students with administration and local and state representatives on areas including financial aid, DACA, open educational resources, and debt-free college, and much, much more. Before I recognize the executive board, I want to make a minute to recognize the senators in the room. Can you please stand as you're able and everyone give them a big round of applause. These senators definitely impact Student Senate with their driven personalities and incredible commitment. The first exec board member I would like to recognize is Ken Ruckert, our director of IT. And the first time Kent gave me a cucumber from our horticulture gardens, he had my respect. He is a passionate and goofy individual that you never quite know what is going to happen when he is around. He is passionate about horticulture and technology. So of course he is going to place in the top 5 at the Muskie Tank last week. I can't even explain what he made, but it had to do with Amazon's Alexa being able to water a garden. I have challenged him to now to make it so Alexa can give me a Diet Coke. Kent has worked on IT issues on campus, and when I understood what he was talking about, always provided a good giggle. Please join me in thanking Kent. The next person I would like to recognize is our director of PR, Eileen. Eileen is a quiet individual, but when you put her behind the Senate, Instagram/Facebook, she is on fire. I also would like to say that she is pretty tolerant, as she tolerates me singing "Come On, Eileen" whenever she comes in the room. Make sure you sing that hoser or at the same
event. You're supposed to read the parentheses.
Whatever. Eileen always has a smile, and I have enjoyed getting to know her. Please join me in thanking Eileen. The next person I would like to recognize is Frankie. Frankie is our Director of Legislation and is very passionate about student issues in the state and federal government. He has advocated for students across the state of Minnesota, at the state capitol, and in Washington, D.C. He is so passionate that he was just elected the president of Lead MN this last weekend. He will continue this passionate advocacy in this role, and I personally hope he continues his animated happy dances as well. Please join me in recognizing Frankie. Next, I would like to recognize our Director of Events, Aziza. You can say her name forward or backwards, and it's still Aziza. I clearly was the first person to notice that. Aziza worked tirelessly on PAC events throughout the year and served the Senate well as the liaison with this activity. She has been incredibly creative with activities including her math club, different dances and tricks to make Max do, and expressive ways to show support for famous people. Aziza will be our PAC student worker next year. She liked it so much. Please join me in thanking Aziza. Serena is the Student Senate treasurer. Serena has one-of-a-kind personality and a fantastic sense of humor. She loves insects and animals and is one of the fastest walkers I have ever seen in my life. So fast, in fact, that at our retreat she indicated that she would like her own hamster wheel as she walked laps around everyone else sitting on the couches. Serena has an incredible passion for social justice and made sure that issues including personal pronouns, mental health, and gender-inclusive restrooms were at the forefront of the Senate agenda. As treasurer, she worked hard at not only balancing budgets and fees on the Student Life and Athletic Fee subgroup, but also on the Athletic Task Force. All of these entitles provides paths for the future of involvement at Century College. Please join me in recognizing the goofball, Serena. Our Vice President is Tim Knudsen. Oh Oh, Timmy. Tim has worked tirelessly for students this year on a whole slew of committees. I admire his tenacity and ability to always put the students' needs first, even over his own, as the man worked 3 jobs as well. Perhaps that is why he was often walking in with a coffee in his hand. Tim has a great heart and will sacrifice himself for anyone or anything he cares about. Perhaps that is why he sacrificed his hair color to the Smurfs. Please join me in thanking Tim. The final person is the Student Senate President, Ruth, or Baby Carrot, or BC. From the minute BC got stuck in a tire during our student life photo shoot, I knew she was going to be a hoot. As a matter of fact, I often joke that I would love to bottle her up and carry her around with me. She has an incredible spirit that is reflective, compassionate, spiritual, and always trying her best. I could always tell when BC needed help because she would walk into my office not looking at me at all, beeline to my chair, and then had this very specific, dramatic flop that she would just do as she sat down, her arms flailing the whole time. Then she would look at the ceiling and say, "Jen, I just don't know." It was only then that she looked at me. When BC is not in my chair, you can find her advocating for vegans everywhere, all around campus. She is fantastic at connecting with people, which has served her well in the president's position. Please join me in thanking Ruth. The Student Senate is a passionate group that could talk any topic to death. This valued being thorough at serving the students that elected them. Thanks so much to the 2018 Student Senate for all you have done for Century College. Give me another round of applause. And to provide our closing remarks, I'll welcome back Kristen Hagman, Dean of Students, back to the stage.
Well, I will be short and sweet because you have some congratulating of each other to do, and thank you so much for being here tonight. I've had many years and great privilege and honor of working with student life here at Century College, and every year it brings me great joy to watch the journey of so many of you from the start of your transformation at Century College to the end as you graduate or go on to the work world or transfer. Know that you make a difference each and every day, whether you're behind the scenes or you're out front leading the charge, you are making a difference. You've heard of the ripple effect or the butterfly effect. You might touch someone one day and they turn around and do something kind or lead or make a difference in someone else's lives, and so on and so on. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary here at Century College. Know that you leave behind a legacy as you move forward to your next big adventures. Can't wait to see, hopefully we're all around in 50 years, we can come back and see what's happened to student life. But you are leaving behind a legacy that next year's leaders will build upon and continue to improve and enhance and provide opportunity for our students as they come through the doors nervous, scared, and hopefully walk out a little bit more confident, a little bit more sure, a little bit more aware of themselves. Please, again, make sure you thank each other, take care of yourselves as you go through the next couple weeks leading into finals. As we end this evening, I'm going to invite all of our student leaders to stand up. Okay, that means you. All of you. You're a student leader, club representative. If you're a student, stand up. There you go. Okay, fabulous. Okay, first of all, pat yourself on the back. And second of all, everyone, let's clap and give everybody a standing ovation.